Well, it's been a while. Let's see what we've been up to here at the little homestead. We put up this tool shed, as I've said before. This is where we store our lawn mower. It's middle of the day. We have our water collection system on the top. We're going to go through this arbor. This is the arbor that I bought in Quartzsite, Arizona. Yes, I dragged it all the way out here with me. Garden's winding down. As you can see, we're in the back side of the garden. This is my system for bringing in water. Tanks are low now. I have a third one over here. It's full. Haven't used it yet. Uh-oh, somebody forgot to put the cover back on the compost. And they left the gate open. My goodness. Anyway, these are my wicking barrels. Wicking barrel meaning that at the bottom of this barrel there's a 3-inch hose wrapped, covered with a fabric, and that's where the water is stored. And those white tubes, you stick your hose in there and you fill them up. That red hose down there, if it rains and fills that thing up, that'll start to drain the water. The water is only supposed to be full to the top of that red drain line. You can see we have got some carrots coming up right now. Most everything else is wound down except down over here. This is my strawberries. This is my flower bed. Don't know if you can see him. Little fella has been with me for many years. He's down in there. Cute. My strawberries. We just picked a whole bunch more just today. And then over here, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's kind of hard to see. But these are my asparagus plants. The soil below it is in pretty poor shape. I got to work on that. Out here's, yes, there's my trailer. Over there on, this is the pen, so there's actually several feet on the other side of that trailer that's on still my property. There's Honey Bear. A couple more over there. There's one over there lurking in the trees. We have a chicken out there hanging out. And down the fence line here. So this is the garden. Like I say, I gotta come back out here after I'm done videoing this stuff and yes, I still have that. My compost bin, kind of nasty. This is my my junk trail here. I can't get through here. I gotta go back around. Oh, before I go to the other side, there is something over here. Oh, crap. Water's still on. Yeah. Gotta shut the water off over here. See, the handle's up. Handle's off. Oh, raspberries. Raspberries. This is my dry well I'm working on. I don't know if you can actually see. You can kind of get an idea. I got a ways to go. Got to soften the edges. All the rocks I've been pulling out of it. Yes, and there's my pile of rocks there. Yeah, I told you about my firewood. This is all stuff that you got to do when you're trying to live frugally. You have to split your own firewood. I've got firewood. That's the only I got left to cut. If you remember from earlier videos, that was a whole heck of a lot more than that. I split it all down by hand down to that point. There's my lawnmower. That's for my Ranger little garage. Speaking of the Ranger, let's walk through here. Oh look, there's a cat on my table. Miles. And then we come out the back door. And then this is the spot that I'm setting up for my greenhouse. It's actually a tunnel. Modified tunnel is what I'm going to put in. Right now, what I'm trying to do is start a good spot for it. On this side over here, I'm going to do the same thing. And that'll be for a modified carport, which I'm going to call my goat port. It'll be for the girl goats. The building over there right now houses both boys, girls, and babies. It's too small. So we're going to put boys on the one side, pigs on the other side. What do you think of that? Yeah, lots of work, lots of work. Trying to stay ahead. A little messy right now, but you get the idea. That's our porch I just built. Now we've had some drainage problems, so I'm drilling a little modified Hugo. Yeah, I do a lot of modifying. I have my own ideas. There's your ugliest birds in the world. Guineas. Anyway, there's the pass between the new house and the old house, and then we get water off the roof up there and get water off that pass roof. Lands down here. And those two little openings you see on the ground level, that's where water comes from the other side. And we had a lot of backing up. So I dug this swale and I set it off sideways so it wouldn't go over into the storage bin there. And here, it's kind of different. What we've got here is, again, a modified Hugo. I didn't really dig down on it, and I didn't want just the swale dirt, so below that is a lot of old wood. And you see we're going to let it kind of grow up on it, and then we're going to plant on it. That way we can keep it stable. Right now, my biggest problem is the chickens. As you can see, the chickens like to come back in here and hang out. Make a darn mess. Damn birds. But I like their eggs. I don't know if you can see out there, but there's that gate right there that's wide open. That goes into the new pen area that I just built. That pen and this pen here where Roman is laying in his little house over there. These two pens will be joined together, and this will be for all the ducks and turkeys to grow. That'll be set up with trees. The dirt that you see out there, the hay that you see out there, the wood chips you see out there, the beginning of development for that area. There will be grapevines. The term in the world now is called a food forest. We're doing a little Hugo culture in that far side over there. We've already buried a lot of stuff, and now we're covering it with dirt. And then we just got done scoping it out. This part here where you see, that's all hay growing. We're not quite ready to take that out, so That area there is, I'm going to plant some trees on the back side. We're going to set up a tree nursery. I've got about 100 trees coming. So that's why the high tunnel, I've got to get started prepping for that. And then work on this, moving these boys into another paddock and changing the system over here, because the girls have way too much room and I need to split their area up a little bit. So as you can see, there's a lot of work to do. Got to kind of clean this up. This is where we used to take and put all the babies, and it's kind of gotten away from us. We got to kind of clean this up, fix the fences and stuff. We have little flies and bugs around here that go after the goats. So you'll see them dancing in the fields. And I know I've been bit by a couple of those flies. They're nasty. That's my little playground for the goats. I built a crossover bridge and then just nailed together a bunch of pallets and then put a plate on top of the pallets. You've got to put a plate on the pallets, otherwise they get their hooves stuck. But that's what's going on. Hopefully we get started doing the house soon. We've got to do new siding. But that's along with everything else. Tons of things to do. Tons of things to do. Anyway, this is just a quick run for you as I'm walking through. No study, no class. I've been told by many that they want me to kind of go through what I do and how I do it. I collect a lot of stuff because you got to have a lot of stuff when you're constantly building and adding. But then you also need to take the time just to watch the goats. They're fun to watch. Anyway, this was just a quick one for you. I'll try to do some more as we get more going. Bye-bye.